I'm sorry, John, but you're doing it wrong. I'm your listener. Uh, I have been for many years, and on one of the recent specials, member specials, because I'm also a member, you were sharing how you were doing your feedback management with email and all that stuff. And I'm sorry, John, but you're doing it wrong. I mean, you are John Siracusa. You are doing things perfectly and not like this. I mean, you know it sucks, you know it's bad the way you're doing it, but it works for you kind of. But I think I have a better way for you. I am a founder of Nozbe. It's a here, this is my logo. This is an indie to-do app. We just turned 18 years of running Nozbe. We are based, I mean, the company is based from Poland, but we've been, always global, working from homes, working remotely. And it's a productivity to-do app. I want to show you how you can do that with Nozbe, but this is not a sales call. Like what I will show you, it can be done with the free version of Nozbe. And even if you would like to have premium version of Nozbe, I would happily give it to you for as a thank you for so many years of entertaining me. As you can see, this is my desktop. I have here Mail. I have Safari with some random websites open. And then I have also a Nozbe app. We have apps for all the platforms. So there is an app for desktop and for mobile. And to give you an idea, I'm going to also launch iPhone mirroring, the same account. So I'm logged into the same account. I have created an account for you. I mean, you will create your own, but I created a free account for John Siracusa. And my pitch to you is you should have all this feedback that you're receiving, your own ideas, feedback that you're receiving via email or that you're seeing on the web or whatever, you should have it in Nozbe in a project. So basically, when you log into Nozbe, you just create a new project. And let's call it ATP. There we go. You can change the project color if you want. Let me change the project color. Okay, I don't know, green. So if you have an idea of what you want to discuss on the show, you basically create a new task, some random idea, and then if you want to, have more information about this, so you can just basically add a comment to this task, like right, like this, for example. So and then you can and the comments then they can have checklists. Mm, and all that stuff, and you can add here also attachments and all that stuff. So the comments can be really powerful. They are also formatted in markdown, so you can basically write here your entire notes in the comments to each task. So again, you have an idea, you just add a task here. But of course, this is a Mac app, so we have here a very easy way to add a task, right? So there's a quick add. So let's say, mm, and you can just add it to your project. There we go. So there we go, and it's here. New member special Star Trek again. Yeah. If you add stuff from the outside of Nozbe, it goes to also, it shows in your incoming, so that the new stuff that you added. So for example, it can be here on some random website, and then you might be reading a random article about, iMessage, and you want to share it. You can just copy the link, for example, and then Control Shift N to invoke the quick add. You can write here, and you can even add a comment here directly in this quick add and paste the link. And there we go. It's added to your Nozbe, and it's here. So and it's also, of course, in your ATP. So this one I didn't add to this new to single. I didn't add it to the project. I did it to single tasks. So I'm going to just move it quickly to ATP project. There we go. It's in the project now. This works also for your iPhone. This is my iPhone, and then you can see when I open here, I see the same thing on the iPhone. So and Nozbe syncs in the background. Nozbe works also offline, so you can even browse these things. When you Here, let's make it reviewed. Great. And then, and there you go. So basically you have access to all these ideas. So if you have an idea for something for ATP, you can plus and add a new idea also on your mobile phone. The mobile app also has a powerful shared sheet. So for example, let's see, I have here ATP opened, like the latest episode. If you want to add it to Nozbe, it's just so easy. You just click here, click Nozbe, and then you just basically you can change to ATP project and then hit plus and it's done. So as you can see, it's already here. And so you don't even have to type anything. It takes the title of the website and the link to the website directly. So you don't have to type anything. You can just use the share sheet, go, it's done. Everything you add from outside of Nozbe to Nozbe, it goes. There is additional like notification and incoming, so you get it here. You don't if you just don't you want to make it as reviewed, you make it as reviewed. This is for you to know what just came while you were not using Nozbe. Okay, there's more. Like the most important thing, email. You said you are using lots of emails. You're getting lots of emails. So look at this. The whole Nozbe account, but also every project in Nozbe can have an email address. So you just add tasks via email because we are a software as a service company, SaaS. We have servers. Hello, Marco. So we have servers. So basically you get an email address. So what you do is you just copy it to clipboard. And now let's say you're receiving, emails here. There is our newsletter from Nozbe, from Magda, and you think it's very important. There's some important information about how to plan your year, whatever. So what you do is you can just forward it, and you just paste this email address, and you hit send, and that's it. And after a few seconds, there we go. There is Nozbe Digest, how to make. And the cool thing is the contents of the emails and the email are here. You can see the body even in HTML. You can preview the whole body of the email as well. It's all here. So you can reply by email even. If you can open it in the email app. You can reply. There we go. So and the most important thing, you can add your own comments here. Like you can still add your comments. I think it's great. I need to plan. All right. So you can keep using it as Nozbe. And then later here, I didn't show you this, but of course it's obvious that you can, of course, rearrange things, right? So basically you can email yourself stuff to Nozbe. So this email address that you have generated, you can just add it as a contact to your contacts and then just send email. So as you can see, Nozbe as a task collects all these things as tasks. So they're easy to organize. And of course there's more, because if you are really John Siracusa, and that you are, you can, every project in Nozbe can have project sections. So for example, you can create a section, for example, Ask ATP. Let's say there is a section of Ask ATP, and then also you can have a section of your bonus ideas for show. So these things that you said that you don't want Marco and Casey to know. So basically you can move stuff to these sections, and then you can move these things around, and it gets better. Every section in Nozbe can have an email address. So you can get an email address for the section. Okay? Just copy to clipboard, and then you can use it. So for example, if you can have a different contact for Ask ATP. So this way, these tasks, these emails will go directly, not only to your ATP project, but also to Ask ATP. So to your section. So again, this is really great for getting feedback. Let me show you here how it works on the iPhone. As you can see, it's synced right away. And I have all that stuff also on the mobile phone. And I think it supports all these things that you want to get feedback. And Nozbe, don't be deceived by its simplicity, because there is a very simple task manager, like you have projects, tasks, and comments. But what you can do, of course, is you can have tags. You see, tags. So this way, when you have a tag, for example, for, I don't know, so let's create a new tag, sorry, lifestyle, right? And then create a new tag. There we go. And then you add this tag to this, to this task. You can later filter these tasks. You can find the tasks very quickly, right? Extreme, or you can just filter by tags. There we go. Show me the ones with this tag. So you can filter the list very easily. So you can really play with that. You can really make Nozbe your central place of feedback for the show. And again, this is all done with a free Nozbe account. Nozbe is freemium, up to 3 projects and 3 people. So you can still use the free account. You can here members. You can add Tina, for example, and share here and create a new project for grocery list and share groceries with her. And she could use Nozbe for that as well. So you can also use Nozbe for different purposes, because it is a task manager and project manager. But I think for your particular purpose, for getting feedback, I think this is the way to go. You can have all the emails here, everything. I mean, anytime you have an idea, you just hit quick add, and you add it to Nozbe. Also, whenever you're browsing anything, you just use the share sheet and you add it to Nozbe. So it's just, I think this is the way for you to have feedback better.